Alrighty. The other day I went and got our board cut down to size. This is going to be the backer for the backpack assembly. I measured and marked out some spaces. I need to get those cut now. In the meantime, I've had this earlier today. I took some of the more of this foam mat, put it here, and I've had a good 20-pound weight holding it down just to try and flatten it out a little bit. You can see it's still got some curve to it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this carved down to size. Then I am going to put down some contact cement across the entire back of this, contact cement on the entire back of this, get it all sandwiched together and pressed down, and then we let it sit overnight until the glue sets up, and then we should be able to start fitting belts and everything to it. So I think let's go ahead and get started on the world. Safeties, those are important. Now for the tricky ones, because we're only really drilling through partial material. This may not be enough. I might have to do this by hand. Oopsies. Yeah, that's gonna have to go by hand. Okay, so we're done with that. Let's see here. For the time being. All right. In which case, let's start up here. Loud noises. For the little niggly bit, give myself a little bit of an edge here. So we're going to carve in and around, and I think we're just going to kind of like kerf that and then carve it out from there. Ooh. That is... I know what I need to do. Change the angle. So if I want to come at it like this, I want the flat like this. Yeah, that way I can sneak in on it. Oopsies. Oh, come on. There we go. About like that. Yeah, I think we're good there. Let's clear the decks a little. Let's go the other direction. I'm gonna put you guys over here. Drinkage. Gulp, gulp. All right. This one, I want a different tip. Let's see, what do I got here? This is the tip that we want to use, something we can just go plunk, 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 plunk. Yes, we're all good. There we go. A nice round rasp. That'll give us some nice. All right. Now, just to get the ball started, before we get ahead of ourselves, as it were, let's see, I'm going to work with this set. Start off by getting out some of this. Now, will this go through here cleanly? Yes. Oh, that holds very nice. That's not no slip at all in that, so I like that. And then up here at the top, we are a little short. How about this side? Also a little short. What are we doing here? Okay. Well, I think I see where the problem is on these, and it's not bad. It's just a thing of not having cut all the way out to the marks. And now we're in. And we're in. I'm not worried about this sliding off the shoulders now. This is good. Ha-ha. There we go. All right, I think this should conclude the woodworking portion of our program. I do believe we're ready to make this happen. Now, and the way I'm going to do this, I don't know which way I want to jump at the moment. Give me 2 seconds. way I want to do this is I think I want to glue this down. And then I'll cut all the holes afterwards. Now, do I want to cut it down this way? Actually, that's already kind of got the bevel on there, doesn't it? Yeah. I think that should work out pretty good. All right. Now, just to make sure, and then remember this one correctly, we always read the directions. Excellent. Okay, for easily removable bond, brush an even coat on one surface and join immediately. For a stronger bond, evenly coat both surfaces, then press the wet surfaces together. So I think I want this to be something that could be peeled apart if we had to. So I think I'm only going to glue up one side and then press the whole thing together. So, bum, 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 bum. Ooh. All right, this stuff's starting to show its age a little bit. All right, sorry about that. While I was taking the phone call, I finished applying the glue. We're all the way over there now. So now we're going to take this, and I think I've got this cut right. I can just roll it, line it up on one edge, kind of roll it across here. Well, no, it's wanting to curl up. Ha! All right, fine. Then we'll just set you down like that. Put some weight on you. Actually, I'm going to go grab a couple more. Hang on a second. Alrighty, so that we have some pressure spread across this a little bit. Put that there, put that there, put that there. Actually, I think I'm going to put this more dead center. Alright. And that's all lined up, that is all lined up. So, quick rearrange again. Slide this guy off to the side to set. Yeehaw. In the meantime, I have some straps we need to figure out and sort out how we're doing these. Now, I want a belt. Yes, this is the belt. This is the belt. Okay. So we'll start with the belt. Now the belt, we get a little bit of a trick because we do want it to be connected to this. At the same time, going across the entire thing. Plus a little extra. Actually, let's do this real quick, just to see where we are. Okay, so this is, and this has, these buckles have a little bit of a curve to them, so I want to make sure that I get this in the right way. And if I go through this way, and ultimately I think what I'll end up doing here is we'll get some attachment there. We'll maybe see about getting that stitched in right there like that. And then I want this basically go the entire length. Ooh. Yes, yes. And then I want to run off the edge. All right, give us a little slack. I think I'm just going to do this. And a sharp straight edge. And this obviously is not going for an exact length, but we are going to see what we can do to keep it neat. So I'm going to cut it right across here. Actually, I think these are the sharpest scissors I have handy. Alrighty, now, what is a good way to seal this up? I gotta melt this somehow to get this down in, and I think it's, well, the soldering iron might be too hot, but it might be what I need to do. Let me see here. Hang on. Somewhere over here, I have a bin. There they are. All right. And then we just press it down like that. Yes. There we go. That's sealed up pretty good. All right. Let's repeat on this side because we don't want the end of this fraying off. All right, we'll let that sit and cool and not trouble it any. I should see if there's a professional tool for cutting these off. That would be a good thing. All right, belt. We'll come around like this, and for the time being, we'll do this here while we figure out how much length is really needed. Yikes. I got that going the wrong way, didn't I? Ha ha! Alright. Actually, let's see. I may see about stitching up this side as an anchor, and then leave this side loose so that the whole thing is adjustable. Yeah, I think that'll work. All right, I'm about to break out my sewing machine. I haven't used that in a while. All right, waist, yes, yes. And this really won't anchor anywhere because it's going through belt loop style holes in the harness. So that actually would be all fine, like that. So that guy's about ready to go. So we'll set this aside as a completed piece. We don't need that at the moment. All right, now for the interesting bit. The shoulder harness. This is going to be a little different. All right. Because this is going to be a couple of pieces, I think. Because I think the way I want to do this is going to be we'll make it a belt loop that goes around the waist. Yes, yes. And then we'll put a buckle somewhere around here, or maybe up here. This is going to be interesting. Actually, what I should do, so it should be two pieces. A piece from the bottom that comes up to the buckle, and a piece from the top that comes down to the buckle. Now I could make the top piece the solid anchor, and then this piece will leave loose and adjustable like this, so that the excess is hanging down. And we can always make like a little belt loop or strap or something to hold that. I think that will be good. Which then leads us to how long do each of these pieces need to be? And this I don't know. Okay, so this is going to be shoulder here. So honestly, oh, and I would need to leave a little extra on the top here for, okay, so let's do this. I want this piece. All right. Put that there like that. And that would be, I gotta leave this piece a little longer because I gotta take a shoulder over it. So let's go ahead, and I need to leave some on the back here so that I can anchor on the back as well. This is going to be complex. Okay. Boom. Yes. I think I'm going to try fabric shears this time. Oh, no, those are nowhere near sharp enough. Okay. Straight edge again. Well, on the upside, I know that this webbing is going to be strong enough to hold this, I think. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and just press it. All right, boom. Let me get this side sorted. That should do that. All right. Now, so we'll do, say, about that much. Give us a nice square. Probably just stitch it off like this as a square with an X through it. Pretty standard pattern for that. Alright, and then on the back end I'll figure out some sort of mounting, maybe some type of mounting plate that we then have, or screws with, or just screw and bolt it with washers to hold it down. Alright, and then on this side, so I know that this side's going to go down to about here. This side, and then this side, I want to leave this side very long. I don't know how long it'll need to be. Then, yeah, we'll do that about there like that, and then this can come down to around here. Oh, don't go rolling off. That would not be fun. Yeah, let go. Come on, let go. Right there. Thank you. Ooh. Oh, what else? All right, set you aside for a moment. This actually worked really good for pressing it into place, so let's just repeat that. That's hot. There we go. All right. Yeah. And then, let's see here. So the way I want to do this is that this is going to go over the back like this. There's going to be a pad on here. And so this is here, and this is going to come down here and belt loop around the waist piece. And then, this will have, you can put it on with whatever slack you need, and then once you have it all buckled up, you can, pull it to tighten it down. And you can just easily release it and put it on like that. So that should work out good. So that's one belt. That's the pieces for one belt. Now I think I need to make a second one of these. There's one. And I think we just need to make it the same as the first one. So I think all I'm going to do here, there's one piece. Oh, and there's two pieces, just out of curiosity. Are these anywhere near the same length?
A few moments later.
Alrighty. Can I buckle it? I could buckle it, maybe. Would this negate the need? Wonder if this would negate the need for stitching? This is a good question. Let's see here. Oh, well, that was pointless. Okay, through the top, out the bottom. We give ourselves a little extra to work with. Oh. Well, this is getting silly. Here. All right, now. This feeds in through the top. We're going to feed it out through the bottom. We're going to say that this is how much extra we want. Now, give ourselves some slack. Here we go. That up and in through there like so. And we run the buckle right up, or run a clasp right up to the buckle. So now that pulls down both of those through like that. I don't think any stitching's needed. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do here. Wait a minute now. Okay, one of these. And we're going to put one of these on. And we're going to go come on, get out. Where's my belt? Here's my belt. Now the belt is going to connect up to like right here. So I want this thing to go from here. Oh, nope, that's a shoulder strap. Wait a minute. Here's the belt. Yeah, this should be just about the right length. We do have a little extra to play with here, so this is good. Get this. Yes, get this in here like this. All right. pretty strong, actually. I'm digging this. I wonder if I can get away with the same thing with the other bits. That would end up being right there as a permanent setup. With the shoulder strap, the shoulder strap would go in under the shoulder pad, will go in under this like this. I think what I want to do though is I want to make a fabric sleeve for this that would have like a belt loop to go over the strap so that it would slide on and slide off. So that it's somewhat adjustable and it'll stay put without having to worry about it gluing, which might come off over the course of use. Having something permanently in place would be a good thing. And then this we'll figure out how we're going to secure this back here on the back of this. I think I have a plan that is coming together quite nicely. I'm going to need to let this go. I'm going to give it overnight to let this glue dry. Once that's done, I just need to carve out the foam around the belt loop holes. And then I'll be ready to get the belt in and start dry fitting and seeing how this whole thing goes together. And we may see. And if the straps that I've cut were too short, no big deal. I've got extra on this roll, and I have a complete another set. So I've got a whole nother roll of this. I've got plenty to go with. And I think this is looking good. So we'll see you in the morning.